Hi everybody, it's Rolex here once again. In a long lost time have I been from this channel or uploading video stuff like that. So I updated you the last time of my like Spectral Helix character, and that was really a successful character. I think I spent quite a bit of currency into that character to finish off all the Atlas, all the end game. The Fear has done deadless on that character as well. I didn't record it because it's only like there's no mods in that, so I don't really out or doing anything to make it harder. It's just like a pure you know fear. That's pretty much it. And so I just don't really care to put it in any video or just update you because it's just like it's like there's a bunch of bosses and you kill like one at a time, and try, and hopefully you don't die, something like that. But then I get into my magic find to hit into. So this is a series that I'm going to do. I decided to do after the expedition. The expedition league, I think I didn't really play that much in expedition. I play it quite a lot, but not really deep into the game that much. Like I don't really have passion to play that much in expedition. It's fun. It's like it's kind of bossing league for me, and I play like a lot of character in that league as well, but not really like go into like a magic find thing. And then the Scourge, I decided to, well, let's just do the magic find to hit the thing again, and then I will try to keep up doing magic find to hit every single league, and just like be aware that this is not the best way to get your headhunter. You'll get headhunter way before getting all the 64 definition cards, which is farming the nurse or dropping the doctor itself. And if you dupe card, which is like doing the harvest dupe card, duplicated, like there's a chance of duplicating cards, or like getting from 0 to double the amount of card you put in. You can do those strategies as well, and those will be much better to get your headhunter if you want to get headhunter. But this is just the series that if you want to drop it, if you want to just self farm yourself, getting a divination card, self farm. And by trading just Scarabs and your currency for mapping currencies and stuff like that, this is the series for you. And if you want to see me struggle, if you want to see me have a bad luck and good luck, stuff like that, you can just follow along, and hope you enjoy as well. And as you can see from the background that I play, like I'm leveling this new character, which is gonna be Kinetic Blast, because I play a bow build twice now. So I decided, well, let's just do something different, as I said before. So let's get into the character. This character is now level 90. The name is Rolex Lost by Lost Arc. I just self-level. There's no like going to 5 ways or something, 5-way carries or something like that, because I didn't go into a full juice, or no, like full quantity gear or full rarity gear, something like that, because I want to just do damage enough to keep progressing the tier of the map as well. Right now I still stay at tier 4 maps. I will try to upgrade the character and then go to maybe like tier 7, maybe tier 10, maybe go into raid tier, maybe even go to tier 16 maps. But it's a long process, and I don't know if I can get into tier 16 yet. Like getting to tier 16, maybe I need a lot of level, maybe I need a level 97 or 98 character to be able to get the points I need. And then like a lot of gear has to be upgraded as well, especially the chest piece need to be +1 or something, so I get +1 on the awakened gems. And then awakened gems, obviously amazing, and then probably headhunter if I want to go into deep raid tier maps, which is tier 16 or something. But with farming tower, as you can see here, with farming tower, this is the same thing. I first decided, well, I want to try farming the chamber, but then again, it's really hard to start off farming a magic find, using a magic find character and go deep into tier 14 maps. So I need to figure it out, like how is the best way to approach the higher tier map. Especially I just swapped to like from bow build to like a Wonder build that I didn't really play that much, and I don't know much about the Wonder yet. So this is the tree that I just like figured that is probably okay. It's okay right now because you don't really need damage, you don't really need defense against like tier 3 maps, tier 4 maps, sorry, because last league it was tier 3. But yeah, let's go into the character that I have built, and I chose like some of the gear, and I will tell you exactly why I chose these items. It's a new thing for Magic Find to have infinite amount of resistance. As you can see here, I have 130, 140, 100 something. Holy shit, right? You have infinite amount of resistance, even though you don't need resistance. If you have Hunter, you can kill rare monsters and you get like infinite resistance as well. But with the new amulet, Crystallized Omniscience, I think this is worth replacing, like 20% or 24%, 20, I think 20%, right, for the Great Whoop. I have the Great Whoop, 20% quantity. I think it's worth replacing 20 quantity for with this one, because this one allows you to just ignore everything that the game throw at you. First off is the strength requirement. You will need a lot of strength requirement for this character, because you need gems, you need gem, and also you need a lot of dexterity requirements, because you obviously need some kind of extra projectile or just projectile modifier in general. And I ran great, so you need a lot of dexterity, and as you can see, you have 0 dexterity. Basically, you get like a bit, maybe you get up to 150 still, but it's really hard. And if you want to run something like Molten Chill or something like Determination, because you want tanky character, you can never get enough strength if you don't have Hunter, or if you don't have gear. You don't invest into like this node or something, right? Like 30 strength here. And obviously I still take these because this is 3% in the LA pen and 3% LA resistance for me. So 2 nodes for 6% LA pen, that's very, very good. Crystallized Omniscience is very strong, and I think it's one of the best amulet for attack build, that if you play, well, not really attack build, but if you play spellcaster build, you should use the other amulet that give you 30% quality to skill gems and then +1, right? So this one, I think it's just good for attack build. If you play attack build, you play Tri-LA, which is a Trinity, as I'm using a Trinity support as well. So you get around like with my setup right now, I get around 100% LA penetration when my Trinity is up. As you can see, 16% LA pen with 82% LA pen. It's about 98%. So right now I basically ignore the resistance of monsters. I can run any map mod with the resistance, no exposure, doesn't really matter. So it's really, really, really strong, and you just get like intelligence. If you don't care about any attack speed down here, you can just don't care. You can just ignore them, because you can use Omniscience to convert those stat like from intelligence and stuff like that into strength and dexterity, and you can use those instead. And the only thing that I want is the Inspired Learning. So Inspired Learning, I got 2 of them. I think I don't want to say this, but this is not a, well, I worked this out by just my budget. My budget is I think I started this character with about like 15 Exalted Orb, and I got 1 Inspired Learning because a lot of things that I have to buy. It's very, very expensive. As you can see, I get a series of fraction. This is just for quality of life and a lot of intelligence. You get so much stats from this chill alone. So this is like 5% pen, and then 27% LA resistance, and then hexproof. And basically hexproof, but you are unaffected by curse. If increased effect of your curse is nothing, maybe if you want to chuck in Essence Mark for the boss, you can, the boss or the rare monsters that like kind of tough to kill, then you can just spray it down by your Kinetic Blast. I have no setup for my single target. I have no barrage, no nothing like that, because I just play this character. Like when I get this character to level about 72, 73, I swap it to this build without anything. Like I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna use 6 link, I'm gonna use gear, and having dash, and then maybe assassin mark, and then some aura, and then 6 link. That's it. and then I just ran with this setup from that. So I didn't have any gems. As you can see here, I have no gem like for most of my gear, so it's very like weird stuff happening. But I think one of the best thing about this amulet is that you can level any gem. You don't care if you don't have strength, you don't care if you don't have intelligence, you don't care if you don't have dexterity. You can level any gems. Any stat will become 1. So it's really good when you look into the PoE Ninja. You can look into the gem that see if people like, you know, what people it's going to get from level 20 and 0 to 19 quality or something like that, right? Look at this, right? Determination, it's 50C, right? And determination is one of the hardest gem to get, you know, to level, because it's a strength gem, and usually the strength based character is very slow. Like we talk about like you know, like Lightning Strike Circle, for example. Lightning Strike Circle, it's very fast, but it's still very slow, and it doesn't have strength. Like, generally speaking, it doesn't have strength. Like Berserker, Lightning Strike just go on the right side of the tree. They don't really have that much strength, and if they have strength, that means they invest into some stats and stuff like that. So determination is very hard to get to level 21, to, you know, to level in any fast character. So that means we're gonna improve, we're gonna add more currency with just determination as well. So if I want to do determination, I can do that. Hatred also pretty good, but as you can see, determination is way higher, you know, way higher than those guys. And if you do 2120, if you want to flip the gem, you don't want to trade too much, you can look through this 2120. As you can see, there's a lot of alternate quality gem. You can just look through this and you can see that Defiance banner, it's actually beat out determination. But is this good? I don't think this is good, because you can just get determination to level 20. You don't need to re-level it to level 20 again. You can corrupt them. You get 60 chaos and not 120, not 1 exalt. So you get half the price, but you reduce the time by half, and you have more, you know, like more supply to corrupt. Like, for example, if you take twice as long and then you corrupt them and then they all break, then you get 0, right? But if you take, you know, half the time and then you corrupt all of them, it all break, it's fine. It's still fine, because you don't need them, because you can just do it again, right? You have twice the amount, so you can, you know, potentially just get a little bit more currency if you get lucky. I think the 2120 is better, but I don't think you're gonna get lucky every single time, right? Hero Thunder is very expensive right now, because probably people just play other bomber build, but other than that, it's very good to just get level 20, to just, you know, be able to level any gems. As you can see, like your Hero Thunder. Okay, if you look to this and oh, sometimes Hero Thunder it's just more expensive, you get to level Hero Thunder instead of you know, like determination, something like that. So you have more choice, more flexibility to lower your gems. But obviously, it's gonna be hard for your socket color. Now, this is the thing that is probably a little bit tricky. You have to invest into, you know, coloring your sockets a little bit more. But other than that, it's very good to have the flexibility to, you know, to go to level any other gems. And if you want to level for, you know, the new characters and stuff like that, it also works. I decided to take 3 of the mastery for 1. As you can see, I have like crit chance on 1, a crit chance gain power charge, additional projectile, and then the spell damage also increased my damage, which is really nice. You know, you get like 4 projectile because you are playing Deadeye. I get chain, I get 2 projectile, and people would think like, why are you chain? You know, you always pierce, right? Why? I decided to go with Fork because I think Fork is better. It's more superior than Pierce. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. But Fork, it's just much better, and especially if in a closed door, this is just clear the whole thing. Like you never feel like you need damage like ever with Fork. The helmet, the Gull with Kinetic Blast has 75% chance to, you know, add his explosion. Because I think that the Lightning Arrow one was really expensive, so I decided to play Wander. I mean, I want to play Wander in the first place, but then I looked through you know, like multiple possibility that, well, I mean, going for lightning arrow again, it's just kind of boring, and I don't want to do that. So let's go for the kinetic blast. Okay, kinetic blast has additional explosion and then the gull, right? You can see that I bought this one for 1.5 exalts. I don't know if it's still 1.5. As you can see here, it's like 100C to about 2 exalts. You're not gonna pay 3 exalts for this. Like, you can wait because it doesn't really do much. It just add your clear, just a lot more of your clear. It's not the, you know, it's not mandatory, but it is something. You know, I have budget for it, so I go for it. If you don't have budget, you can go with much cheaper. You don't need this chill. You can get you know, flash with the reduced curse effect as well. You don't need this enchantment. You can use the Gal. The Gal is basically 1C or 2C or 5C at best. Max roll probably like 10-20C. I don't know, like max roll life and max roll resistance. But who cares about resistance or life on that, the Gal? And then crystallite omniscience. This is very cheap, like maybe like 30C or something. But if you want to get max roll like I do, you have to pay for like maybe 1 or 2x, depending on, you know, the time that you bought the item. And then this one, it's 20C, I guess. Like, I bought this one 20C. The Rise of the Gear is pretty much like whatever, like 6 things, like 2 exalts. If you want to get +1, then it's gonna be more expensive. So I would try to get a +1 on the you know, the chest piece as well. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep using this because I don't have enough evasion. As you can see, I have 26,000 evasion, and that's not enough for, you know, the 75% movement speed. So I'm gonna try to get more evasion because I don't have dexterity. So this is one of the worst thing. This is probably the bad thing about the crystallized omniscience, because you don't get accuracy. You do not get accuracy from dexterity, which is, you probably have about 150 or 170 or 200. You get 0 accuracy bonus from those. So instead of getting 2000 accuracy for 200 accuracy for free, you get 0. Instead of getting you know, maybe about 40% evasion for free, you get 0. This is bad, right? This is bad because you want to get evasion, you want to get accuracy, because you don't have ways to generate those because you use all unique gears. You can get a shield with a rare shield that has accuracy that would fix your problem as well, if you want to do that. And it's gonna be it's probably gonna be cheaper than Azura's Reflection, but I bought this shield for about like 1.5 exalts. And then some of the touch, you would look for like 10% quantity, but I have a little bit more fortune than that, so I just go for the +1 frenzy charge as well. So you can go for elemental weakness, but elemental weakness 10% quant, it's very expensive, and I don't think you need that because you have 90%, 100% pen. You don't need extra you know, -20 on the enemy. So if you can get +1 frenzy charge and maybe crit chance on the attack, it's gonna be probably better. I don't know, but I have to figure out, like, this is basically really fun. I play this character for about 12 hours and then get to level 90. The 55 minutes is basically just like I'm sitting around in hideout and trying to trade and stuff like that. So it's more than 55 minutes, but I'm just gonna be a little bit. Yeah, and the link is Kinetic Blast, Trinity, added cold, elemental damage with attack, inspiration, and fork. So I use inspiration because I sometimes ran out of mana, and it's also pretty good because, you know, it gives you a little bit of crit chance per inspiration charge. And awaken added coal, you don't need awaken version of this. You can use level 20 added coal. I happen to drop this one when I play my my league start character, so I decided to use it. You don't need this. You definitely don't need this. Like, this is just the gem. If you want to farm tier 4 maps, I can just run 5 link. Like, I can just run 5 link, but you need added coal. If I would run 5 link, then I probably going to drop elemental damage with attack, because inspiration is very good. Other than that, I use fork. Fork is more superior version of pierce, and if people gonna tell me that I'm wrong, doesn't really matter. I used Pierce before, it doesn't feel that good. It doesn't feel that amazing compared to Fork. And I'm going to swap to Awaken Fork when I have currency for it, but I don't have currency for it right now. I need to buy the mapping currency and also the gear upgrades and stuff like that, because I have this one. It's basically garbage. I bought this one for about 30C, and then I just use essence on it and then hope, pray to the god that I get the annulment orb, and then I get annulments, and then I craft attack speed. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much how I craft this one. This is just the one. And as you can see from the video, that you destroy everything with Fork and 4 projectile. That's pretty much it for the video, and I haven't started yet, so this is just basically the stash that I farmed with this character. Like, this is basically what I farmed with this character. So 60, I'll probably making a bunch of these stuff. Oh, I forgot about to talk about the Atlas. So yeah, I use 4 voice stone. I use all sections, and then I when they trigger the map, and then you move it back to here. You remove the voice stone after you proc the map, and then look at my tree. I need to respect a little bit, because I'm just a dumb. As you can see here, I can just move this way 3 points, right? And then I can drop 1 2 3 4 wait, what? 3 1 2 3 no, not that. 1 2, and then I can drop these whole path thing, right? So I can do that, and then I haven't done it. It's just being dumb, and I just like, what the fuck, why? And then I have like so much more points, but I don't have anything to invest into it, so it's going to be a travel notes and stuff like that. Still, I am going to do the Darium once I get into red tier map, or if I feel like it's worth doing, because right now I think the one that does not feel that good is a beast. A beast right now for me is feel really not that good, because you have to wait around to attack, and you have to like stay, like maybe because it's less monsters, and it's just annoying to wait. I don't know, but the beast doesn't feel good right now, and breach is very bad for it. Breach is very bad for a tower map, as a lot of people probably know. So I'm not gonna do breach. So maybe a beast, maybe the Delirium is probably one of the best one, but I don't have Delirium Orb, and Delirium Orb right now is kind of expensive. The cheapest one I checked was 7 to 1 exalt. That is very expensive, and you're gonna get a 1 exalt back in 7 maps. I believe that, but it's very close. If you do in a low tier map, it's very close to not making your currency back. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just doing my usual stuff, which is just like it's funny that I'm taking the ghost node, the torment node. It's very I mean, it's not that good, but when you roll the sextant for the you kill a ghosted enemy, and it drop like scarabs and stuff like that, you get a little bit of extra scarabs here and there. So that's very nice. I've been running with I'm gonna go and check here. I've been running with Gilded Abyss Scarab, Divination Card Scarab, Rusted version, obviously, because the polished version is very expensive right now. I will go up to the polished version once I have enough currency and I can sustain it. And then Rusted Harbinger Scarab. This one I also want to go up in to a polished version as well, and Polished Reliquary Scarab. And the one that I want to remove is the Abyss Scarab. And then if I remove this one, I can use the Strongbox instead, but the Strongbox has not really been anything good. Like, you have like 2 of these nodes, and then that's it for the Strongbox. You don't have any more modify on the Atlas tree, so I don't think it will be good. Maybe you get like maybe if you want to get like Divine and Strongbox, and you get like this part here. So it's just not good, right? And then Essence, your character is weak against Essence. You don't want to fight any single target monsters. This is low tier version though. This is low tier version. In a high tier version, in the high tier maps, everything, a lot of things will change. I will go for Searing Exact instead, and then just do an influencing exact, and then just run infinitely of them, and not killing the boss, because killing the boss is very hard to do on this character, and probably never gonna happen. But that's it, 25 minutes for the entire thing, and this is just my take on the build. I forgot to tell you that I ran Defiance Banner and Grace, and I will try to fit in Determination to just be a little bit tankier. I don't think you need damaging aura anymore, except you have Watcher's Eye. If you have Watcher's Eye, you can do damaging aura, and then just go like for some flat damage, or I think getting flat damage from the aura is much better. Something like you run Hatred, and then you get the Watcher's Eye for the added cold when you have Hatred, or just crit chance when you have Hatred. That's probably one of the best one that you can get, and maybe some precision attack damage, precision attack speed. Those things will be also pretty damn nice. I will need to lower a little bit more and then see if I can fix the passive tree, because I want to get a little bit more of the I forgot the thing to say, but well, regardless, I will not use Ghost Sense in the end, because Cinder Swallow would keep you alive, just easy. But that's it, guys, and hopefully you have the idea of why I play this and stuff like that. You can play Magic Find as the regular version, which is the version that I did in Scourge. You can copy those with that version as well. It still works. Doing the exact same thing, except it doesn't have Scourge. So if you wanna see the version that I did in Scourge, you can go and see that version as well. But this version is slightly different, slightly less quantity. As you can see, I have only 60% quantity and 39% rarity, so it's a very small amount of the rarity, and then a little bit slightly lower than my average on quantity. But that's it, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the video so far and get something from this video, and we'll see you on the Magic Find to Hinder series. For the first part, probably gonna be up about the next day, maybe next 2 days, next 3, I don't know, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be coming soon. Bye.